my. Right. Man, these strings are sounding tinny already. Oh, let's see. Z's here. Good evening. The Fair Faith is here. Hello. Thanks for tuning in. Man, I just got here. I didn't even have time to get laundry in. That's okay. We'll get at it later. Z, you lost power Sunday. Oh. Storm? My phone wouldn't play on Verizon. Oh, okay. The 5G tower went out. Understood. I did look for you. That's right. I was live from the Lovelies, and then I made spaghetti and homemade meatballs with marinara. And because I don't know how to do anything on a small scale, this is how big I make the meatballs. There are 8 of them. There were 4 of us, so 2 apiece. And it's I've never done this. This is the first time for everything. I had to bring both of my cast iron skillets. It needed, because I could not fit probably just 5 meatballs in a skillet, and I had 8. So I had to cook 2 pans at the same time. Split up all of the onion and garlic stuff in a baggie and shook it up. I just took 2 handfuls of each, 1 can each of crushed tomatoes, and then a big can in each one of. I just got here, so my brain's kind of switch over to tomato paste and then all the other stuff. So I cooked them both at the same time, and it came out good. So I did look for you, Z. Sorry you guys lost power. The Batgirl's here. Yay. Good. Thanks for checking in. And Jean is here. Sharona's back. Hey. What's up, gorgeous? How are you? All the way up there in Seattle. Thanks for checking in. Get your pipes warmed up. You're going to get a chance to sing along with me because I'm going to open up with You Know Who. You had 80 miles an hour winds. Palo Verde went in acts of nature. Oh, man. That's crazy. Oh, it's good to see Sharona back. Thank you. Thanks for being able to check in tonight, Z. Man, I didn't read anything in the local. I follow the local news with just 2 web pages, but I didn't see anything about that tower going down. I'm glad it's back. I'm glad you're back too, all of you. Oh, my new friend Abby is here. You made it. None but love up there in Michigan. Z says love spaghetti and meatballs. Yeah, so I made those Sunday. I did all the prep before I went to the Lovelies, and then I got everything ready to go. The meatballs, anyway. Yeah, so I make them about this big. Smaller than a softball, not much, and bigger than a tennis ball. I was going to say handball, but tennis is bigger. So, I don't know. You shouldn't judge your own cooking. I guess you should. Shouldn't say that. I got really good reviews. And they had leftovers the next day for lunch, which they texted me and said, oh my gosh, this is so good. Just like the last dish I made, that King Ranch chicken. That's always better the second day. And it's great the first day. It's just better when everything sits overnight and all the juices congeal and everything soaks together. Man, it's like cold pizza. Like you can eat cold pizza the next day for breakfast. Why wouldn't you? King Ranch chicken the next day is equally as good. Um, so yeah, so spaghetti and meatballs. I gave him the option: should I do steak with baked potatoes on the grill and my house-made salad, or spaghetti and meatballs? And Alicia, one half of the Lovely, said spaghetti and meatballs is my favorite. So there it was. And then years ago, I'm sure they still have it. Olive Garden has the endless salad and breadsticks. So years ago, I loved their salad. So I dissected it at my booth and I made my own version of that. And I've been making it ever since. So that was a hit too. They like the salad. So Chrissy said, "Ooh, you have avocado. They don't have avocados in theirs." And I went, "Ah, that's what made it my signature." So I did add avocado. So that salad's great. It's really healthy. It's really awesome. And they wanted to contribute. And I said, "Well, I'll just make everything." And I said, "But this house salad, my house-made salad is based on Olive Garden's." And Chrissy said, "We have Olive Garden dressing." So I went, "How perfect is that?" So that's what we used. And anyway, it came out really well. So I like making the sauce from scratch, meatballs from scratch. They cook in the sauce. After you brown them, they're great. I'm sure you didn't log in here to hear cooking recipes, but I love the fact that you always love my stories. So I'm a right brain lead. So I learned when I took my NLP, Neuro Linguistic Programming and Hemispheric Integration training, there's two kinds of people, a left brain lead and a right brain lead. And the husband and wife research team that taught that class were hysterical. And they couldn't have been any more different in personalities. They were so funny. So here's a left brain lead. "Honey, what do you want for breakfast?" Answer, "Bacon and eggs." Right brain lead wants to know why. Left brain lead quickly gets agitated and says, "I want breakfast and eggs." Right brain lead, like me, "Honey, what would you like for breakfast?" "Well, we had spaghetti and meatballs last night. It was kind of late, and I slept in this morning, but I'm really not kind of hungry, so I had some coffee, and what do you want for breakfast?" So a right brain lead has to tell a story, I learned, before they answer a question. And I was in my mid-40s. I'd never heard this before, and I went, I'm a right brain lead. Like, if you just ask me, what do I want? I don't try to. I'll just tell you why I'm choosing, and I give you a story. A left brain lead will get very irritated quickly and just wants the answer. But a right brain lead has to tell a story. So a right brain lead also needs to understand your story about how you came to that decision. And these two could be completely different. He was definitely a left brain lead. And they told funny stories about this. She is a right brain lead. And so they were older in life when they got married. So they had already had previous spouses. So they had to sit down and come to an understanding about being patient with each other. And say, when you ask me what I want for breakfast as a right brain lead, I just need to tell you why. It's important for me to share the story with you. And I loved that. And he acquiesced. And she learned not to get so frustrated when he just answered it. He knows what he wants. No story required. No explanation required. Anyway, why did I say that? I don't know. Oh, it had something to do with spaghetti and meatballs. Anyway, welcome. Welcome to Wind Down Wednesday. Good of all of you to be here. My new friend Abby is here. Oh, great question. So apparently we're not tired of storytelling. So I was going to answer that question, and I realized as soon as I was going to answer it, I needed to tell you why. I was going right into a story. It's short, but what do I use? So I was going to tell you what I don't use and why. So I tried several times. I've made different recipes using veal. I love veal parmesan. Ground veal, just raw. I don't know. In veal parmesan, it's good. But if it's veal ground up like hamburger, it's terrible. And I just don't care for it. And so I had a recipe a couple years ago that called for 3 meats. 80-20 meat, ground beef, the 80%, with the 20% fat gives it more flavor. You have a little more grease. Pork, which is fine. and then the veal, and I made them, and it's like, what is this awful taste? And I learned I don't like veal in that fashion. So that's the story I had to tell you before I tell you. It's ground beef 90-10, less fat, and this recipe called for, I made this twice, sweet Italian sausages. You get them in a pack of 5, and you just cut the casing off and discard it and use that. That's the meat I use. Great flavor. If you like it hot, hotter, you can go with those spicy Italian sausages. I like the sweet because they give it a good flavor. That's the 2 meat, and then a bunch of seasonings and everything. And if you really want to know, email me and I will send you the recipe. My new friend, Abby. I love that you wanted to know that. Z says, yum, the amazing chef. Oh, bless you. Well, I have cooked for you. It's been a while, but I don't believe my own press. But if you like that, thank you. Kevin says, happy hump day. You're watching Jake, Darcy, and Darren? That's babysitting duty. That's a real arm twister. I'm sure, I don't know how you're suffering through that. That's awesome. Amy says, neat. Sharona says, because I'm literally just working on that and need to add that to my dating game. What's that? Cooking? What did she last say? Oh, okay. Is that what you mean? Honestly, you're like Amy. You have beautiful hearts. I don't know how you have trouble with your dating game, unless it's because of the guys, which I can understand. So guys should be cooking for you to get a date. That's my opinion. Z says, come over for dinner anytime. Oh, the right brain, left brain. Okay, got it. I thought we were talking recipes. I just switched back. Oh, got it. All right, how about we get some music going? Sharona, we did this about 10 years ago. So you sang the lead on this one. My friend Steve Polch wrote this song, Discovered Jewel, but I do the guys version. So you can do whatever you want because you're in Washington. You can sing along with me or harmonize on the chorus and all that stuff. Whatever you feel like. So let me get my vocals going. And my new friend Abby, we were stuck it ended up being 12 and a half hours in the Michigan airport. And she walked up to me. I had my guitar case sitting there after we got abandoned because the airline's Allegiant uses that Microsoft software. And I had my guitar case. She stopped and asked me, are you going to Nashville? I said, no, I'm going to Phoenix, but I've been to Nashville. So she asked if she could sit down. We get talking. She says she's a vocalist. I asked if she can sing You Were Meant for Me. She pulls the lyrics up. I pull my guitar case out, and the rest is history. I put a post up on this after it happened. And then we met 2 new friends who were going to San Diego. They're also singer-songwriter and performing musicians. They walk into the concourse because Abby says, I think I hear I'm blanking, so when I get tired, I forget the name of people and things. I literally just came from my practice. An accordion. And I went, I don't know. I think it's coming from this music system. And then I listened and there was no music. And there it is again. And I said, I think you're right. And this couple comes walking through with an accordion, playing an accordion. He does. They see us and they walk right over to us. And we're friends like we hadn't seen each other in a couple of months. We do music together. It was incredible. And no matter what anybody tells you, although no one should tell you any different, Abby, it's all because of you. And because you just stopped to take the time to ask me that, because I had that guitar case, which I otherwise would have checked, but my flight was 7.5 hours later, and they said, you need to just take this through and go through TSA. They will check it in when you get on the plane. So because I had to do that because of that glitch, we met. And it was worth my 19-hour travel day. She's a beautiful soul, and thank you for checking in. See, this is my tribe, Abby. They're just wonderful people and welcoming. Shona says, yes. And Cindy's here. Gosh, I was thinking of you yesterday. Honestly, I was walking to the grocery store or something. I have random thoughts. And I went, I haven't seen Cindy in a while. This is insane. And now here you are. All right, Sharona, you ready to sing? Let's get some music going. This is the song that Abby sang with me last Friday at an airport in Michigan. Never met, and she's like a soul sister. Like, I love her. It's like I've known her forever. It's just, And those other two, Nathan and what's her name? She has a guy's name, kind of. Well, it can be both. It'll come to me. It doesn't matter, Bruce. Play some music. Abby says, after hours of waiting, I'm like, what the hell? I know. I know, you poor thing. Oh, it's Nathan and Jesse. So so this is the song Abby sang, and you can sing it along with me, of course, Abby. I hear the clock. It's 6 a.m. It feels so far from where I'm at. I've got my eggs, I've got my pancakes too. I've got my maple syrup, everything but you. Break the yolks and make a smiley face. I kinda like it in my brand new place. I want the spots on the mirror, only the keys in the door. I never put wet towels on the floor anymore, 'cause dreams last so long, even after you're gone. And I know that you love me, and soon you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Called my mom when she was out for a walk, consoled a cup of coffee, but it didn't want to talk, so I picked up the paper. It was more bad news, more hearts being broken, more people being used, but on a cold to pouring rain, I saw a movie. It just wasn't the same, 'cause it was happy and I was sad, yeah. It only made me miss it oh so bad, 'cause dreams last for so long, even after you're gone. And I know that you love me, and soon you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah, go by my best of sound, doing fine. Besides, what would you say if I had you on the line? Same old story, night, much to say. Hearts are broken every day. Hey. Brush my teeth and put the cat back on. I know you hate it when I leave the light on. I pick a book up and turn the sheets down, yeah. I take a good long look around, put on my PJs and hop into bed. I'm half alive but I feel mostly dead. I try and tell myself it'll be alright. I shouldn't think any more tonight, 'cause dreams last for so long, and even after you're gone. And I know that you love me, and soon I know you will see you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah, you were meant for me, and I was meant for you. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right, there's a little Steve Poltz and Jewel kicking off this edition of Wind Down Wednesday, or as Kev calls it, Happy Hump Day. Welcome, my tribe. Good to see you. Thanks for checking in. Sip 'em if you got 'em. Let me get caught up. Make sure I didn't miss anybody. Abby has said, Jesse, yeah, thanks. Amy says, especially great. Oh, um, okay. Trina, oh my gosh. Okay, this is not, I'm not even kidding. I was just thinking of Cindy yesterday. And I think the day before I was thinking of Trina out of nowhere. And I was thinking, oh, I miss my former clinic boss who turned the reins over with me when she went back to the Bay Area. What up? You are. Good to see you. Thanks for checking in. Look at, we've got Amy from Ohio, my new friend Abby. I just met last Friday is in Michigan. Sharona is up in I'm kind of going in order. I'm making a swing like this way. Probably looks the opposite for you. Sharona's up in Seattle. And then if you drop down from Seattle, Trina's in the Bay Area, I think. Um, Cindy, unless you're traveling, you're in the valley, but you vacation in San Diego a lot, so you might be there. I don't know. But she says, sounding fabulous. Thank you. Trina says, looking good. Thank you. Well, I did go out on the Salt River kayaking with my cousin Denise Monday. So I carry them all through the winter, but I got a little tan line back. So, so I like my pigments changed a lot. When I was a kid, I got Hispanic brown, terracing around on my Schwinn lemon peeler in Phoenix. My bikini line at the back with no t-shirt on was a solid black. And so I learned in pathology, as did you, because you're a licensed massage therapist too, our pigment changes over time. So I don't get that dark anymore, but I'm still grateful that I have this olive skin. It scars easily, but it tans nicely. My roommate will say, you just went out to the store for 10 minutes and you came back and you already are a shade darker. What do you do? I'm not like, I didn't hit the Brad Pitt or Rob Lowe genetic lottery, but with the skin, I did. Still got some, my hair. Abby says, no any Bob Dylan. Yes, I'm coming right back to that. Your breakup song favorite is a Bob Dylan song. Well, hopefully this isn't it. Thanks, Trina. Cindy, I was in San Diego for a month and not. Oh, you're in Pine Top. Okay, you're not in town, but you're still in the Arizona, in state of Arizona. Um, okay. There are a couple of you that are very close to me and I've known for a long time. I wasn't going to announce this, but I want to. So, most of you know I flew back to Alabama to visit my parents 1st of July, first week, a couple of weeks ago. And my mom's been in a memory care facility for about 5 years. And they thought she was kind of starting to fade. So my daughter flew up there after I talked to her. She was going to take all 4 of the grandkids and my son-in-law, but she went on her own. So she flew up there and then texted me the next morning a picture of her sitting with a cup of coffee on my dad's patio. I didn't know she was going. And when she came back and she called me, I booked my flight that night, stayed up for 30 hours, and then I went. And my mom, I mentioned this after I got back my trip, my mom rallied. It took 2 hours. I sat next to her bed playing music, playing James Taylor, Jim Croce stuff that she loved when I was a teenager. And after 2 hours, they came in to give her some liquid medicine and she woke up. And so she sat there and was present. And the next day was Friday. We went there from 11 to noon because I had to drive to Atlanta to fly back home. She was already awake. She loved musicals. She was singing the musical show tune for me, and it was great. So you don't know how long people are going to rally. So my dad called me this morning, and my mom passed away last night about 11. Please, I know that's like, what are you doing here playing music? And if you know me at all, this is not a surprise because this is good medicine for me. So I talked to my dad. We had a very good conversation. It's all divine timing. The timing I was planning on, many of you know, I was planning on taking an Amtrak trip back there to visit them and see my friend Bill in South Carolina, and I've got another friend up in Alabama who checks in occasionally because she and her husband, he retired there out of the Army, and I was going to take the Amtrak trip, and I started to plan it in June, then July. I had to pay my quarterlies for my company in July, and then we moved it to August, and then when I talked to my dad and then my daughter went, my intuition was saying, Now's the time. And it was perfect timing. She woke up and rallied. We just had a great visit. And you never know how long you're going to rally. So my daughter said she rallied yesterday. She talked to my dad out of the blue yesterday, and she really rallied and was awake and present. And then last night he got a call. So I just wanted to share that because you guys mean so much to me. And some people would go, no one here would say, "What are you doing playing music? You should be, yeah, I should be doing exactly what I want," which is what I'm doing. So I grieve in my own way. My dad and I had a very heartfelt conversation. I talked to my daughter afterwards. Uh, there were sad moments and plenty of laughter. So I let my cousin know, and one of my friends that grew up on my street found out. So I wasn't going to mention anything, but I thought I'm just going to do that because I want you all to know how much it means for me to have you here. As you know, how much I appreciate doing these shows 3 nights a week is wonderful for me. It gives me a reason to play music. I'm so grateful to have you as my tribe. But also, I'm here tonight just kind of celebrating my mom's life and just through song as I feel like it, but also because on Easter Sunday, 1973, in Veterans Memorial Coliseum, I'm the oldest of three. She took me and my middle brother to see Elvis Presley on tour. Never forget that. Mom made that happen. Dad was not a fan. He would still tell you that, so he stayed home. But when I did visit with them, I talked about that moment, and he said that was a big moment in your mom's life. So he recognized that. So I got to see Elvis all because of Mom, and I remember her taking me to The Sound of Music. Kind of remember it when I was 5 years old. She loved that movie. I listened to the theme song to that all the way to my office today because there's that line in there, "I go to the hills when my heart is lonely." And I messaged from friends yesterday, we were just talking, and my lovelies, and I said, my heart gets lonely sometimes, and I go to the Papago Amphitheater and have a sub sandwich and kick off my shoes and I ground because my heart does get lonely. It's still got a little bit of that lingering whatever that is there. So it doesn't rule the day anymore, the depression stuff, but my heart gets lonely. But I like that. I like hearing that line because I guess it's true. That's why we attach ourselves to songs. There's a story in there that makes sense to us. It's like, I could have written those lyrics. So thank you for tuning in. Thank you for letting me share that story. Just wanted all of you to know. Thanks for being here tonight, as long as you can stay. I'm not going to stop at 8 o'clock, so if you want to hang over into what I call overtime, we'll do that. Thank you for the heartfelt messages. There were a couple of you that I knew, and I messaged you. Please don't feel left out if that didn't include you. I just appreciate the support and everybody being here. What city's Alabama? Oh, mama. Abby. I know I hadn't been there. I hadn't seen them in like 7, almost 8 years. Lineville. Wait a minute. Lineville, Alabama is where my mom's care facility is. Their rental house is about 25 minutes. It was a 25-minute drive. It's 25 miles. It's Old Highway 89. It'll come to me. You'll probably know. I had to look at the geography because I was going to take the Amtrak and then get a rental car. So then I ended up just flying. So if any of that Lineville and where he's at will come to me. And it was really pretty. It reminded me of the year that I worked in South Carolina, like small towns and stuff. So it'll come to me, Abby, and I'll let you know. Holding space on light and love. That's why we're meant to meet. You're a beautiful soul. Thank you. Thank you, Amy. Yeah, I'm sure she was asleep. She'd been asleep a lot. Trina says it's about the music that awakens people. My condolences. Thank you so much for that. Big hugs to you. I love that you and I and Michelle, we all went to dinner. Your last time I saw you. That Claim Jumper is closed, by the way, which is sad. I love Claim Jumper. So I'm glad we got to go there for dinner. That was a fun night. Cindy says, sending you hugs, sweet loves, hugs, sweet. Thank you. What's a song she loved that reminds you of her? I'm going to get to that. Thank you. Thanks for being, I played songs for your parents when they passed too. So thank you for asking that question. Kevin says, well done. Thanks. Thank you, Sharona. I love you too. All right, back up to Abby. Okay, I hope this isn't the, let me go what you're, see. Oh, it's a favorite breakup song. Oh, so I immediately read that and thought, oh no, she has a breakup song that makes her sad. I hope it's not the one I'm going to play. All right, so most of my tribe, well, all of you know this one. This actually takes 4 lines or stanzas to introduce. This is a Garth Brooks arrangement of a Bob Dylan song from the Hope Floats soundtrack performed by Moi. That's the way I introduce it. And I like Garth Brooks' arrangement because Bob Dylan's, the beat on this, the tempo is too by the numbers for me. I love the song, but I don't like the tempo. So I like this one because I heard Garth Brooks do this years ago. And I like his. It's more of a flowing jazzy style. So let's see if you like this. This is not a breakup song unless it reminds you of somebody that you broke up with, and that would be it. So let's see. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I would offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. The evening shadows and the stars appear, and there is no one to dry your tears. I could hold you for 1,000,000 years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. There's no doubt in my mind where you belong. When I go hungry, I go black and blue. I'd go crawling down the avenue. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. Storms are raging on a rolling sea, down the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. There ain't nothing that I wouldn't do. Go to the ends of the earth for you. Make you happy, make your dreams come true, to make you feel my love. There you go. As I like to say, sometimes by request before is requested. In this case, kind of by request, artist by request. That's close enough. It's in the ballpark. Thank you, Abby. So that's the Bob Dylan's. I should know more, but I know that one. So there you go. Abby says, oh, singing along. Yay! Sharona and I did You Were Meant for Me over a decade ago at the coffee shop I used to play at. So when she checks in, I know she sings along. Face is beautiful. Thank you so much. Thanks for that. Who else had a, hang on. Oh, Amy, got it. Well, any Elvis song would, you know, she's such a big fan. And she finally got to go to Graceland too some years ago. I don't know how many times, but I was twice. Amy says, a song that reminds me of her. I don't know, but I have an answer. I have a song. So I don't know if I remember going to, I was 5, The Sound of Music, but she took me to one of the old theaters that's been long gone in downtown Phoenix. Then she took me to see Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. And I've been playing Hushabye Mountain lately for you guys. I did it Sunday from the Lovelies. So I love this song. This is a nice song to honor her. It's not sad at all. It's just about Hushabye Mountain. Dick Van Dyke's character is Caractacus Potts is singing it to his children as they're going to sleep. This is a nice bedtime lullaby. I will also play Amy's bedtime lullaby that I wrote for her. The last time my parents saw me, before I went back, was like 8 years ago, 8 years ago, is at the coffee shop where I played for 10 years every Friday night, my residency. And I know I played this for them. So, or Amy's Lullaby. So I will end the set with that. But I've been playing Hushabye Mountain lately. So I think this is a nice song. So let's do that. A gentle breeze from Hushabye Mountain softly blows over Lullaby Bay. It fills the sails of boats that are waiting to sail your days away. It isn't far to Hushabye Mountain, and your boat waits down by the quay. Winds of night so softly are sighing, soon they will fly your troubles to sea. So close your eyes on Hushabye Mountain, say goodbye to cares of the day, and watch your boat from Hushabye Mountain sail far away from a Lullaby Bay. So close your eyes on Hushabye Mountain, say goodbye to cares of the day, and watch your boat from Hushabye Mountain sail far away from Lullaby Bay. I love that little song. That's a nice little lullaby. I think that was appropriate. So thank you for asking that question, Amy. That's what came to mind. As did this, which I was maybe going to skip over, but you know, my muse, she always whispers things to me. I think I've mentioned before I'm going to write a song one day. My muse has migraines because I think she bangs her head on the wall at me sometimes, because I don't really know this. But I was at my daughter and son-in-law's a couple months ago, and my youngest granddaughter said, "Papa Bruce, would you play the guitar?" Because I brought the guitar from my Uncle Phil, who passed away last November. I gave it to my daughter. I've got plenty of guitars. So my granddaughter wanted to hear me play some. So I sat for like 40 minutes and played them songs. They wanted to hear this and that. And all of a sudden I went, oh, here's one from a movie, Sound of Music. And I didn't really know it. I've never played it or I've never performed it. So I just figured it out in my head. Because in the movie, I think he's playing in A. That's the A form anyway. I'm not sure it's the actual key he's playing it in. But so this is one that, yeah, this kind of reminds me of my mom. Let's see if I can figure it out. I just did it that one time, and I completely just pulled it out of my pocket, and somehow I managed my way through it. Let's see. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, every morning you greet me, soft and bright, clean and bright. You look happy to meet me. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. Blossom of snow, may you bloom and grow, bloom and grow forever. Edelweiss, Edelweiss, bless my homeland forever. I'm missing one chord. I kept doing the F sharp, then up to the G, and that wasn't it. Oh, it's the B7. Why didn't I just go with that forever? Okay, anyway. My friend Miles used to say, hey, that's a TDK moment. And I would go, what's TDK? He goes, they don't know. He goes, just keep playing. Miles is a drummer. Yeah, so that's from The Sound of Music. It was my mom's probably favorite movie. We had the soundtrack when I was a kid, too, on LP. Faye says, beautiful. Serna says, true, thank you. Abby says, chitty chitty bang bang, we love you. Your mama sounds a lot like mine. I'm loving these stories. Oh, yeah, I've got tons. My parents had this eclectic album collection from, my dad was more country. My mom was definitely rock and roll, Elvis, Babs Streisand, Chet Atkins, the Ink Spots. I grew up immersing myself in a lot of Motown. So, but my parents had this great, all kinds of stuff. My good friend and the state balladeer since 1966, Dolan Ellis, was a founding member of the New Christy Minstrels. I hosted him for a house concert. I got to open for him, and I went to Zia Records and I bought the New Christy Minstrels album called Ramblin', where they're all hanging off the back of a train. That's the album my parents had, and Dolan sold it. He signed it for me, which I still have. Gene says, yay, Darcy and Darren are loving your song. Oh, yay. Yeah, because that's right. I think your son was amazed, you said, and laughing that I knew, or I started relearning and playing. Sorry, my brain is fried. What I just played. Anyway, I'll get back to it. Chitty Chitty Bang It, yeah. Amy says, sweet, thank you. I was just weeping. This is one of our favorite. Oh, Edelweiss? Awesome. Oh, I'm so glad. I know it's a beautiful song. Cindy says, love this so much, beautiful. This is why I checked in tonight. You guys are medicine to my soul and my heart. Thank you. Abby says, samurai test. It was a TDK moment. Miles was right. I'm glad. They don't know. The hills are alive. Yeah. That's the one I listen to all the way to the office just to hear that one line. I go to the hills when my heart is lonely. I have my own place for that. So it's okay. I'm good with it. I've learned to just set with it. It's part of my wiring. Thank you, Amy, for that. Hushabye Mountain. I just blanked on the name of that. I don't know. Anyway. Okay, well, I got to do some Elvis to continuing on with. I played her a whole bunch of Elvis singing at her bedside. She's completely deaf in her right ear and very little in her left ear. But my dad had some headphones and a little handheld microphone, and then her eyes would light up. She could really hear them. So I sang a bunch of Elvis stuff for her, which I know she loved. The nurse came in on Friday morning while I was there for that hour, and she was completely alert and everything. She's talking very slowly because it's, mental care. So for memory care, to process stuff, I had to learn to really go into first gear as I'm talking very slowly with her, which is a chore for me, as you can well imagine. Anyway, the nurse came in to give her some medicine, so I was standing at the edge of the bed, just kind of hanging on the rail, looking over, and she looks up and she goes, "How did you get so big?" I must have just looked taller than life. I'm still 6'2", and I said, "Good food," which my parents cooked a lot for us, and now I love to cook too, as my friends know. Oh yeah, so I played her some Elvis stuff. I could be here half the night trying to choose those. Oh. So Kevin and Jean are checked in. I love playing this song for them. I only discovered this 3 years ago when I traded in my former Batmobile for my current Batmobile. And it came with a 5-month subscription, or maybe it's 2. I keep defaulting to 5. Of SiriusXM, and I found Channel 75. This is now Channel 76, which is Elvis Channel 24/7. I love that. Channel 18 is the Beatles. Channel 66 is called Watercolors. I use that for my practice a lot. It's a nice channel, smooth jazz for massage. But I heard the song I never heard before, and I learned it, and I've been playing it here for a couple of years. So I did not play this for my mom. But I like playing this for Kevin and Jean because it reminds me of their ongoing love story. 40 plus years in the making. And I would have played this for my parents. So they were married 45, 46 years. So every love story has its bumps. So, but this is what I loved about this song. And so I'm going to play this. This will dedicate to Kevin and Jean as always, and to my parents too. How many girls choose cotton-dressed worlds, and they could have satins and lace, and stand by her man, never once let any shame touch her face. And how many hearts could live through all the winter we've known and still not be cold? True love travels on a gravel road. Love is a stranger and hearts are in danger on smooth streets paved with gold. Oh, true love travels on a gravel road. Down through the years we've had hard times and tears. They only helped our love grow. And we'll stay together no matter how strong the wind blows. Not once have I seen your blue eyes fill with envy or stray from the one that you hold. Oh, true love travels on a gravel road. Yeah, love is a stranger and hearts are in danger on smooth streets paved with gold. All true love travels on a gravel road. Yeah, true love travels on a gravel road. Yeah, true love travels on a gravel road. There we go. Always trust your muse. That was a perfect song for that moment. I like that. My mom's eyes were blue. I just remembered that, so that's fitting. Gene says, sweet memory. Somebody, I'm going to take a stab. Is that Chip? Same last name as Abby. Listening to Elvis while driving the Batmobile. Sounds like heaven. Abby says, Chip told us my new friend would be yours too, brother. Oh, is that your brother, Abby? Oh, cool. I thought maybe you changed your name to some cryptic thing. I was like, what is that name? And it's like, oh, is that your brother? Misfits for Life. Oh, that's awesome. Hang on, I got something to show you. The dude can sing Elvis. He nails the nuances. Oh, thank you. Hang on, let me grab a book. I don't know who Chip is. Is that your brother? But it reminded me of something. Abby says, yeah, last year, so there was unless you grew up here, the name Jerry Foster wouldn't mean anything. He was a local, he's hard to describe. He did so many things, include getting in lots of trouble. He flew helicopters here for a local news station, and he ended up losing a license because he got in some in some trouble. But he was a local fixture. He saved people. He would fly to places where people wouldn't. He kept people from drowning. He was going to have I was following him on Facebook, and I never talked to him or met him. He was going to have a little kind of a ceremony, just a get-together. Sony was putting together a slideshow of his life. So I sent him a Facebook message out of nowhere and just said, Jerry, my name is Bruce, born and raised here in Phoenix, local singer-songwriter. I would love to come play some music for you. He was in a care facility, and he gave me his phone number, and I called, and he talked to me. And then about 2 months later, he passed away. So I went to his memorial. He asked me to learn a song. I never got to play for him, but he put out a book. So as always, there's a point to my story. So Chip, you said Misfits. This is Jerry Foster's book. Earthbound Misfit. I thought I should show this to you. That was Jerry Foster. He was a local legend. Kevin and Gene will remember him. I don't know if Z was. Yeah, he will. Anyway, you don't hear that word often. So I don't know what lifelong Misfits for Life means for you, but I wanted you to know you're in good company. Jerry Foster was a local legend and a hero. And he wrote that book, Earthbound Misfit. And I just wanted to show it to you because of what you wrote. I thought you would like that. Abby says, yep, so his brother. Okay, I'm trying to scroll back up to these comments. Yep, I am brother. My baby brother. Okay, I just met your beautiful sister last Friday. She's like immediately we just clicked. She's like soul. And then the other two, 4 musicians. I felt like we just hadn't seen each other in a few months. It was just great. Linda's here. That's Amy's sister. She joined in Sunday when I was live from the Lovelies. Thanks for tuning in. See, that's Amy. She has a beautiful soul. Welcome, Chip. I guess I'm getting the spelling, the pronunciation right, or somebody would have corrected me. This is awesome. Thank you for the share. Earthbound Misfit, Jerry Foster. Chip says, I'm a punk at heart. Awesome. As my friend Steve Holtz, who discovered Jewel and wrote that #1 hit, You Were Meant for Me, that knocked a Macarena off the charts in '96, often says, let your freak flag fly. And I agree with him. Be who you are and show kindness and compassion and support to those who also are doing the same. And so that's what my tribe is all about. My tribe is such a mixture of ethnicities, as is my practice, my licensed massage therapy practice, and people that are so different from me and look so different from me And that's what I love, is the diversity in my life enriches it. Chip is right. Thank you. Oi, oi. Sharona says, Bruce is that one guy who discovered Sharona and wrote that one hit. What? Well, we met at a Steve Poltz concert, and it took 10 years to meet again. I mean, we met a few times before you left, but it took 10 years, and as you said that last time I saw you, let's don't let another 10 years go by, which I agree. So, let's see. Sharona says manifesting. Big believer in that. Abby, did you talk to me about manifesting sitting in the airport? Like, who just talked to me about that recently? Chip says, what are you playing? Oh, it's on the guitar, right. This is a Taylor. I don't know their whole brand. My friend Steve Poltz plays them. This is a 714 Cutaway. I bought it used in San Diego back in 2010. Wow. And then my friend Steve Poltz sold this one. He was getting rid of guitars. It's a 5-something, I don't know. He sold this to me. I had him sign it. So that's a tuned down guitar. So it's tuned down a full step, 2 frets, because there's some Eagles, there's a Paul McCartney song from one of my favorite movies, The Lake House, that I have to play tuned down. So that one's sitting over there. I only grab it when by request, or when my muse often says, oh yeah, play this song. And thanks for hanging in, because I got started late at 15:15, so I didn't want to finish up at top of the hour. Plus, y'all took the time to check in with me, so thank you. Abby said, yeah, so Abby did talk to me about manifesting. I thought that was you. So when Sharona said manifesting, yep. Wonderful, jealous, groovy. One day, dude, hang in there. Let's see. Okay, back to some more Elvis stuff. Let's pick up the pace a little. How's that? I still have this pick my friend Kelsey gave me. Remember, I chipped this off last year? But I keep it in, I still play with it. I don't want to get rid of it because it's a gift and it's colorful. It's right in the center of my forehead as I'm looking at. I look like I should be a guardian of something. Let's pick up the pace a little with some Elvis. Okay, yeah. We're caught in a trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see what you're doing to me? When you don't believe a word I'm saying, we can't go on together with suspicious minds, and we can't build our dreams on suspicious minds. So if an old friend I know I'll try to say hello, but I still see suspicion in your eyes. Here we go again, asking where I've been. You can't see these tears are real uncried. We can't go on together with suspicious minds, and we can't build our dreams on suspicious minds. Won't let our love survive. I'll dry the tears from your eyes. Let's don't let us Good thing honey, no, I've never lied to you. Yeah, yeah. We caught in the trap. I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. Why can't you see, oh, what you're doing to me? When you don't believe a word I say, don't you know I'm caught in the trap? I can't walk out because I love you too much, baby. I told you I claim no responsibility when that spirit moves. Lord, at night, I feel my temperature rising. High, high, it's burning through to my soul. Girlfriend, girl, you gonna set me on fire. My brain is flaming and I don't know which way to go. Yeah, because your kisses are lifting me higher, like a sweet song on the choir. Yeah, you light my morning skies with burning love. I hope, I feel my temperature rising. Help me to flame, I must be 109. I'm burning, 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 and nothing can cool me. Yeah, I just might turn to smoke, but I feel fine. Yeah, because your kisses are lifting me higher, like a sweet song on the choir. Yeah, you're lighting my morning skies with burning love. It's coming closer, the flames are now licking my body. Please won't you help me, I feel like I'm slipping away. Yeah, it's hard to breathe, and my chest is uneven. Yeah, yeah, Lord mine, I'm burning a hole where I live. Yeah, because your kisses are lifting me higher, like a sweet song on the choir. Yeah, you light my morning skies with burning love. I'm burning love. I'm just a hunk of burning love. Yeah, hunk of burning love. I'm just a hunk of burning love. Yeah, hunk of burning love. Woo! I've said this before in all humility, not because I think I'm any of that, but there aren't many guys who can actually say hunk of burning love and pull that off musically, but I am one. So I do like that. I'm not ashamed to just step in that space for a minute and be a part of that song. Okay, this came to me. I love how they redid this in the that Elvis movie, that biopic. I haven't done this in a while. This is some early Elvis. Well, that's all right, Mama. That's all right for you. That's all right, Mama. Just any way you do, that's all right. That's all right. That's all right now, Mama. Any way you do. Well, Mama, she done told me. Mama done told me too. Son, that guy, you little wish ain't no good for you. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right now, Mama. Any way you do. Woo. I'm leaving town to play, I'm leaving town for sure. Then you won't be wondering when they're hanging round your door. That's alright, that's alright, that's alright now, mama, anyway you do. Woo! I need your loving. That's alright. That's alright now, mama. Anyway it is. Woo! I haven't done these in a while. So as you know, I like to play these back to back. So that one is a salute to Elvis's early days and Scotty Moore, who was his guitar player. In 1970, this guitar player who had been with Ricky Nelson and played on all these albums took over as the band leader, and his name is James Burton. And he's still alive. And he's coming to Elvis Week this week in August. I wish I could be there. So I like playing these back to back. So this one, this one's also that was dedicated to Scotty Moore. This one is dedicated to James Burton. Well, I quit my job down at the car wash, slipped my mama a goodbye note. I sat down out of Kingston with my guitar up my coat. Hitchhiked all the way down to Memphis, got a room at the YMCA. For the next 3 weeks, went hunting at nights, just looking for a place to play. Thought my picket would set on fire, but nobody would hire a guitar man. Well, I knew about starting to get down to Memphis, run out of money and a lot. So I got me a ride down to Macon, Georgia on an unloaded poultry truck. Dumped on down to Panama City, started picking out some of them all-night bars. Hoping I could make myself $1 making music on my guitar. Got the same old story from all my peers, you know, there ain't no room around here on a guitar. So I slept in a hobo truck, around 1,000 miles of tracks. Then I found myself in Mobile, Alabama, in a club they called Big Jacks. A little guy was blowing down, so I took my guitar and I set in. Showed him what a band would sound like with a swing little guitar man. Show him, son. So if you ever take a trip down to the ocean, find yourself down around Mobile, bring it out to a club called Tracks and you got a little time to kill. Just follow that crowd of people, you'll end up out on his dance floor. Digging to find this little 5-piece band up and down the Gulf of Mexico. Guess who's leading that 5-piece band? Well, when you know it's that swinging little guitar man. Take it home, Bruce. As I've said many times, I claim no responsibility. When that spirit moves, man, ain't nothing I can do about it. Huh. Oh, I loved in that 68 Christmas special on stage with his old band. They would get done playing a great song and then they would all go, my boy, my boy. And to this day, I still have no idea what that's about, but it's like, they did it as an exclamation. It's like, woo, oh boy. It's like, my boy, my boy. I haven't done those in a long time, so I'm glad I could pull those out. Oh man, I don't know how many comments I'm behind on. I'm just honoring my mom's life, and she was an absolute fanatic and lover of Elvis Presley. Took me to see him when I was 12. That started all of this. Huh. Amy said, oh, I'm catching up. Chip said, jealous. Sorry, dude. Amy says, groovy. Yeah, sounds great. It'd be funny if you dedicated Suspicious Minds to someone. I know. You know what was funny? I don't do it, well, maybe once in a while, but Elvis, when he would play that live in Las Vegas, he would go, because honey, you know I never lied to you. And he'd go, no, not much. And then the audience would die laughing. Oh, that was funny. She says, bravo. Thanks, brother. Amy says, you're on tonight. Man, I feel like I'm on fire. I'm telling you, when that spirit moves, man, I never know. I just follow it. Chip says, Fave, don't stop. All right. Abby, universe, bless your mom for giving you this love. Aw, thank you. I wish I could hug you. You're such a sweetheart. Thank you so much. I'm so glad I met you. And Nathan. And Jesse. I'm still playing that whole thing over in my mind in that airport last Friday. I'm going over that. It's like, man, that was so cool. Cindy says, yay, bravo. Oh, you're still here. Yay. Linda says, well done. Thank you. Sue says, woo. Yeah, it's funny. He does. You go on to YouTube and type in Elvis Suspicious Minds Las Vegas, and he'll goes, honey, you know, I never lied to you. No, not much. Instead of, And there was another song he would do. He goes, I hope this suit don't tear up, baby. And he would go into like a figure four on the ground, and the women would go crazy because they were hoping he would split his pants. They wanted to see that bum. He had a great sense of humor. I love that funny stuff. Oh yeah, so I did. Abby, I played this one. Is this the one? I played Can't Help Falling in Love. It was that or Love Me Tender that you were playing along on the accordion, which was awesome. But before I do that, because I went live for my lovelies on Sunday, and I played this for them when I officiated their wedding ceremony. But that's from Blue Hawaii, Can't Help Falling in Love. But I want to play this one first from Blue Hawaii. I played this for my classmates on Maui 3.5 years ago when I took my Lomi Lomi. I did it a cappella. And one of my classmates, we had masks on. She was Hawaiian. She pulled her mask down in tears, and she said that was my grandmother's favorite song. She used to sing it to me. You can't write this stuff. I had no idea. So this is that song from the Blue Hawaii soundtrack, which I know Anita, Z's other half, also loves. Oh, I love you more today than yesterday. But I love you less today, less than I will tomorrow. See the sweet Hawaiian rose, see it blossom, see it grow. That's the start of our love. Ever since we said hello, oh, I love you more today than yesterday. But I love you less today, less than I will tomorrow. As the years go passing by, we'll recall our wedding day. I will be there by your side. You'll always hear me say, oh, I love you more today than yesterday. But I love you less today, less than I will tomorrow. Ku'ipo, you're my Hawaiian sweetheart. Ku'ipo, you're my Hawaiian sweetheart. All right, from Blue Hawaii, let's do a double shot. I did this from my lovelies, and my new friend Abby played, I think, can't remember if she sang along or played accordion with me on this one from Blue Hawaii. Wise men say only fools rush in, but I can't help falling in love with you. Shall I stay? Would it be a sin if I can't help falling in love with you? Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't fall in love with you. Like a river flows surely to the sea, darling, so it goes. Some things are meant to be. Take my hand, take my whole life too, for I can't fall in love with you, for I can't fall in love with you. I'll get back to your comments in a second, but my muse just reminded me. Remember when you're 14 and 15, your dad was on the road truck driving a couple days a week, and my mom had been teaching and stuff, and then she'd be home at night tired because there were 3 of us she was trying to take care of, and she loved to hear you play Jim Croce, and I said, yes, I remember. I sat on the bed with my Jim Croce songbook that I bought when I was 14, and I had my little portable record player, and I would learn to play along because I was taught classical flamenco when I was 9 for a year. So I had the use of all of my fingers, and I think my mom liked. This is my favorite Jim Croce, and I think she liked this too. So I had to play this with her. Well, I know it's kind of late. I hope I didn't wake you, but what I've got to say can't wait. I know you'd understand, but every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song. Yeah, I know it's kind of strange, but every time I need you, I just run out of things to say. I know you'd understand, but every time I try to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song. But every time the time was right, all the words just came out wrong. So I'll have to say I love you in a song. Yeah, I know it's kinda late. I hope I didn't wake you, but there's something that I just gotta say. I know you'd understand. But every time I tried to tell you, the words just came out wrong. So I have to say I love her in a song. Oh, I know Mom liked that. Z likes that too. He's a Croce fan, Jim Croce fan, so am I. All right, let me get back to you guys because I don't like to let my friends be ignored or catch up on comments. It means so much that you check in. I like to read everyone. Amy says, I love that, or Abby said, I love that movie. Oh, you must be talking about Blue Hawaii. And I just reminded me of something. Blue Hawaii and Edelweiss both, not because I'm OCD or anything, they both mention the flowers. I just realized that. See this white, sweet Hawaiian rose is that line in Ku'uipu, which means I love you in Hawaiian. And Edelweiss was in that song. Kev says, sorry for the late intro. It's Cuddling Darren, but you played my favorite from The Sound of Music. Oh, I did? I'm glad. Oh, yeah. I used to sing that for our kids, now our grandkids. Also, thanks for sharing such great memories. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. What a great crowd. As I always say, no matter how large or small, it's an esteemed group of tribes members. There are on occasion those magical nights where people just log in. Tonight is certainly a sad occasion, but thank you for being medicine for me. Abby says, love, thank you. Z says, great song, which I told you. He loves Jim Croce too. And agreed, by the way. So, welcome to Wind Down Wednesday, Sip 'em If You Got 'em, my tribe. Thanks for checking in tonight. Honoring my mom's legacy with some her favorite stuff. Elvis Presley. And I know she liked when I played that Jim Croce stuff. I'm going to end on that lullaby I wrote for Amy, but I know you guys have a night that you have to get on to, but I started a little late, so I wanted to not shortchange you and keep playing music. So I kind of feel like I've got a few more left in me. Always. I'm just doodling until my muse gives me something to sing. Or maybe she's going to leave it up to me. I don't know. Let's see. My vocals are really warmed up tonight. So when that happens, I think I should take advantage of it, which I did. And Abby's brother seemed to enjoy it. So some of those really upbeat Elvis songs are awesome too. She wants to hear the lullaby. Ask, and you shall receive. Okay, so I wrote this years ago when I was visiting Amy in Ohio. She was upstairs in the morning because we're both night owls, and she would be doing her thing, and I'd be sitting down in my fleece having coffee in her warm little den in the winter in Ohio, and just, you know, as Steve Holt says, you just have to spend hours alone and the guitar, get lost in it. And suddenly, I was just playing around in a key of A, and I was like, oh, that kind of sounds like Twinkle Twinkle. And then all of a sudden, I had this song that came out, and then I started putting lyrics to it later. Amy would have migraines at night, and when I was back in Arizona, it was a 3-hour time change, but we would talk late into the night. And she would lay down and put her phone underneath her head. And I don't know, I've just always called it my love language. I would talk about like the stars and stardust, and she said it would help her head feel better. So I was out on the road in San Clemente on my first contract, and I remember just sitting there on Saturday mornings and playing my guitar and having coffee, and all of a sudden this song came out and I wrote it. So then I ended up recording it on an album that we did here with Musicians on Call. I forgot to tell you about that, Abby. We can talk about it later. They're out of Nashville. They have 19 chapters across the country. We do bedside music at the Phoenix Children's Hospital and then the VA center here because I'm a vet, so I would do both of those. And so we ended up recording 2 albums here locally. No chapter, even out of Nashville, where there's practically a recording studio in every corner. Nobody had recorded an album of original music. I've got to send you that too. I've got all this. We have a lot to catch up on since we only met for like 2 hours. I have a lot to share with you. Thank you for wanting to listen to my album. All right, so I'm not going to end yet unless you guys need to go. But I did want to play this. This is Stardust Lullaby. I wrote for the lovely Amy. When you go to sleep at night, remember to let your soul take flight. But if you drift away too far, I'll ride a moonbeam to where you are. The stars are coming, and I am falling. As you lay your head to sleep, counting heartbeats instead of sheep, just breathe your name and call me there, and I'll sprinkle stardust in your hair. The moon is calling, and I am falling. If I could lay you down to sleep, praying the Lord your soul to keep, the night is calling, and I have fallen. So sleep you well, my turtle dove. You'll forever be my one true love. I still love playing that song. I love playing it when Amy's here. I wrote it for her. It'll always be hers. Abby, if you like that, I have the album version where I recorded it. In my previous home, I had a home studio, and all the musicians would come in and do original music. Then I'd stay up half the night mixing and getting them ready to send them to my mastering engineer on the other side of town in Mesa. I Dropboxed them to him. But I have the album version of that song where I have all the bells and whistles and different stuff, and I can email you an MP3 because you wanted to hear my album. So just let me know, and after I sign off tonight, I'll email that version if you like. If you want to hear it with all the other stuff I added to it. Let me get caught up. Late entry, Kevin, you're welcome. Abby says love. Z says great song. Yeah. Abby wanted to hear the lullaby. Okay. I played it. Abby says, goddamn Rishi. So Abby, I met you. Tribe indeed. So glad I met you too. Did I tell you about, I showed you, I met Rick Springfield. I got his picture a week ago. Got my picture with him, my roommate, my cousin, and her husband. I got that guitar signed, and they were doing the he and Richard Marx were doing the two-man show. Oh my God, Richard Marx took the stage. No wonder it said on the website, adult show only. Within less than 60 seconds, Richard Marx was F-bombing. It was so funny. So I love your colorful metaphors. They're all acceptable here because you can just show up as you do. Abby says, I used to do that for hospice folks. We have a lot to catch up on. So like what you got from me and what I got from your story is like this much. There's a lot. We were meant to meet. I'm so grateful for that 19-hour delay that got me home. I am. Oh, that's so awesome. Cindy says, love this original. I know you love my original Sunshine Day too, but thank you for loving that. Abby says, I want to sing this to my granddaughter. This is beautiful. I've been searching for her goodnight song. Oh, my daughter used to, I recorded a demo of that song and I sent it to my daughter and she used to play it to my grandkids when they would go to sleep at night when they were younger. And then my friend Bill, who's my former department leader in nuclear power, he's in South Carolina. He plays guitar and he wanted me to learn that song because he would log in here. I haven't seen him in a while with his bride and his little 5-year-old dancing prodigy, and she'd fall asleep to that. So he said, you got to teach me that song. Oh, that gives me a good idea, Abby. This was a universal nudge. What I need to do, because my recording station, my digital audio workstation, is my 27-inch iMac that I'm broadcasting through. What I could do, well, what I can do, I can go to the master file and just mute the audio and send you just the music, and then you can learn it. I'll send you if you want, I'm sure you'll want it now because you wrote that. I'll send you the MP3 version that we put on the album, and then I'll I'll send you a version, no voice, and then you can have the music and you can learn it and sing it to her. How's that? Well, it's perfect because you asked and you received. We'll do it. Z says, awesome set. Wow, it's after 8:30. Amy lost connection, but she's back. Did you hear your lullaby? I just told them the story and sang it. I know you've heard it so many times, but you'll always love it. Abby said, my 27 and 20-year-old have their goodnight songs, and I want one for grandbaby. Well, I can't tell you. Anybody that likes my music and wants it for something, it's like a complete honor to me. I will email you the MP3 version so you can hear it. It's a smaller file with all the bells and whistles. I did all the music to it. And then I can send you just the music, the audio file with no voice, and then you will have it to sing to her. How's that? She really likes the raw version. I'm glad. Either way, but then you'll have it with all the bells and whistles. It's great. It's a really nice song to sing to. But either way, yes? Okay. Amy says, thank you, watch the replay. Yeah, I told him the story. Abby was saying, I want to hear the lullaby, which I love, and I went, okay. So I told the quick story about where I started writing that in your den, having coffee while you were upstairs, and I was in my fleece in the winter, and then how that song, I went back to San Clemente, where I was working, and I wrote that song. So, songs from the universe. Cindy, are you still here? I know you like Sunshine Day. As long as y'all are still hanging around. That's the last original song I wrote several years ago. Kind of has a little Springsteen influence. Not lifting lyrics, just, I don't know. Cindy's here. Well, then I must play Sunshine Day, the last song I wrote several years ago before I started my professional program to be a licensed professional. So here's Sunshine Day. When the daylight breaks and I'm drowning in my bed, I've been adrift all night with you, swimming in my head. touching hands, but we ain't talking. Grab my boots and I go out walking on a sunshine day. Make my way downtown and I'm passing by your place. The only peace I've found is at the altar of your grace. Ring your bell, say if you're home. It ain't well to be alone on a sunshine day. I want to close my eyes, heal your bruise and steal your blues away. Time's on our side, ain't no need to hide, babe, just cast those fears away. On a sunshine day. Now many friends have come and gone, times will change, but a heart wants what it wants, this truth remains. Every door has got its key, just open up and come with me on a sunshine day. Yeah, we got time, wash those worries away, and just drink in these words I say. On a sunshine day. There's this truth down in my soul you can't shake. It's a vow I've cut in stone, no one can break. Any fruit can turn to wine, every rose blossoms with time and a sunshine day. Just close your eyes, it ain't no thing, I'll sing your blues away. Everything is fine, it's safe outside, babe. Hey, what do you say? Ain't no need to hide. Set your troubles aside, put your clouds away. Just come on out and play. On a sunshine day. 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 That's the one to end on. Thank you, Cindy, for checking in and influencing that. I know you love that song. Oh, man. Wow, what a night. Woo! I'm going to be replaying this over and over in my head tonight. Oh, I can't believe all of you who checked in. What a beautiful night. Abby really liked the raw version. Got it. I will do what I said I was going to do. I'll email the album version so you can hear it, and then we'll figure out to get you a version with no vox and that you can sing your granddaughter the lullaby. I'd be so honored. I love that story. Amy had lost connection, but she's back. Cindy said yes. So Cindy says, thank you for the beautiful stories and music. My friend, you are loved. Thank you so much. And as are you. Thanks for checking in. Mark's here. Mark Konecki. Uh, as you know, I archive these. So I'm going to, after I end within a minute, it'll be up on archive if you have the time and want to. Tonight was a special night. I won't repeat it. You'll just go watch it. I'm not chumming you. Just, there's too much to say. That's okay. It doesn't matter. The doors are open always, as you know, once I start playing for the tribe. Z says, thanks, you're welcome. Amy says, thank you. Thank you so much for checking in. Oh, and V got in at the end too. I haven't seen you in so long. Dave checked in like maybe a month ago. He was getting ready to move from Maui to, I think to Honolulu. Yeah, Mark, check out the replay. V, there's a lot. This was a special night. I can't go into it. You'll just have to watch it. I'm not trying to chum you, but it was, so you'll see when you watch it. So I have some new friends. Oh, man. Thank you, Sharona, checking in from Seattle. And my former clinic manager, Uber manager, where did she go? I think she was here for a little while. Trina was here. From the Bay Area, moving back on up. Amy was here from Ohio. My new friend Abby was here from Michigan. Oh, what a night. Thank you all for showing. V says he'll be here in September. Awesome. I might be traveling, but not the entire month, so we'll see. We'll make time. I love Dave. He's such a great guy, and he put me up in Maui for cheap. Even though the rain leaked on me. That was so funny. What a great story. When I took my Lomi Lomi training. That was so awesome. What a great time spent with both of you. Okay, I think I'm caught up on everything. Yeah, so I'm going to end on that's a good song. Thank you so much, Cindy, for checking in. That was the perfect song to end on. Oh, Sherry's here. Old friends are here. Yay. So, yeah, I shared the news, not to chum you, but when I archive this, go back to the beginning and I shared the whole story. And then played a lot of stuff. Some from my high school years for my mom, playing Jim Croce when my dad was on the road driving. And a lot of Elvis stuff. So, too much to recap, but if you're interested, go back and you can watch some of that. Thank you all for checking in. Thanks for hanging in with me overtime. I got started late, but that didn't feel like quitting, so I'm so glad you stayed in here. Hung in with me. I'm going to go. I've got laundry to do after my sessions. I'm off tomorrow. No bookings, so tomorrow's a rest day, which I will need. But thank you for being medicine for me tonight, which I appreciate. Thank all of you for checking in. Sherry, thanks for checking in, representing the old hood. Sure appreciate your comment earlier. Old friends are here. Thank you. That means everything. As always, namaste. The divinity in me recognizes and honors the divinity in you. Thanks for keeping yourselves healthy, keeping those immune systems bolstered out, taking good care of yourself. Thank you so much for the love tonight. It's reciprocated. Thank you for giving me an audience for my music. Oh yeah, and I was trying to remember everybody that checked in. Z, the McCormick clan, of course. My new beautiful friend Abby and her brother even checked in, which was awesome. I will email her that file. Abby says, sleep well and thank you. Thank you so much as well. I'm looking forward to talking to you next time soon. Now that you've seen more of what I do and I've learned more of what you would do for bedside, we have a lot to get caught up on. This was meant to be. We were meant to be friends. And also with Nathan and Jesse. I've listened to that album of theirs. I'm sure you had some of it. Wow, it's hard to describe that. They are so good. And you're a beautiful vocalist. I don't know why, but the four of us were meant to not get out on those flights. One little thing, if they'd have checked my guitar case, none of this would have happened, but they didn't. And so I just trust it. It was a divine appointment. Sharona says, thank you, my heart needs it. Oh, I love you, Sharona. Thank you so much for checking in. I miss you, my beautiful friend. Thanks for singing along with me, as I know you were doing. We have music to make, too, at some point, and not 10 years from now. So we've got to make the most of it while we're here. So thank you for being part of my Wind Down Wednesday. As always, I will be back on Fiesta Friday, 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, same bat time, same bat channel. If you can make it, we'll look forward to seeing you then. Till then, have a wonderful night. Love to all of you. And we'll see you next time.